late recheck. What? So.
What?
En mi vida. Gracias a ella.
Fuck is that?
It's because you're beating them.
Hi everyone, I am Dani Lozano, Formula 1 content creator and independent video editor. In the last 9 years, I made a couple of edits and videos about Lewis Hamilton for my YouTube channel, Vlogs by Dani Lozano. Let's see what people is creating about Lewis Hamilton in short format.
Do you agree that you are the greatest Formula One driver in history? Is that too bold a statement?
Lewis Hamilton!
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton.
Oh, I love this short, it's very good.
Still we rise, guys. Still we rise.
Good times of Lewis when he was chasing someone and Bono says it's hammer time. Look at the smile of Lewis when the presenter is saying, "Are you the greatest?" It's difficult to say that, you know, but for me definitely it's one of the top 3: Fangio, Schumacher, Lewis. And I miss those days when Hamilton was fighting for wins. It's hammer time, one of the most mythical phrases in Formula 1. And when Lewis it's in hammer time mode, wow, it's incredible.
So, Lewis, any update on the car?
How many positions have I lost now?
It's not a race, Lewis. We're testing.
How many cars are behind me?
You are alone on the track.
It's not over.
Lewis, are you okay?
I was feeling fine then.
That was fun. Good edit, good shot. I like this one. Mixing and playing with the transitions, changing the tone of the music. This kind of short edits I like so much.
That is Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton is winning the Grand Prix. But look at the state of that Mercedes car.
That Victorian 3 wheels was epic.
I felt like I needed to get revenge on him.
Lewis Hamilton, 2008,
2014.
2015, 5-time, 7-time champion of the world.
I love this song, Gangster Paradise. And the edit is also, I like this kind of edits with 2 different parts, slow music and then music in a high volume, a bit faster, in rhythm, and using and playing the image with the images.
He might get it home, but I'm staggered they didn't bring that car in to protect against that. It was only going to be a fraction.
It will have to be so difficult to drive in these conditions because you cannot accelerate too much because the deflection of the tire can destroy the entire wheel. He had to be fast, but at the same time to be cautious.
In that moment, my world collapsed. I couldn't compute quite what had happened. I couldn't compute the emotions that I was feeling. What was happening inside of me was very hard to bear.
That was after Abu Dhabi 2021, the race where Lewis Hamilton lost the championship in the last lap when, you know, all the polemic when Verstappen changed tires behind the safety car. And this is the moment when Lewis, at the end of the race, stopped the car on the grid and he has to jump off.
Behind the other car.
He's going through Maggots and Beckett's at the moment. Hamilton's time
It's in the middle of the track.
has gone. Verstappen's just going through Woodcote. He's about 4 corners behind.
4 corners behind only, and he has to cross all the Hangar Straight.
Mattia Bonotto said that you're an outstanding driver, and the fact that you might be available in 2021 to sign can only make him happy.
I think that's the first compliment I've had from Ferrari in these 13 years. So, it's because you're beating them.
Maybe because they were involved in fightings in times when Vettel was in Ferrari fighting for the world championship with Lewis in Mercedes, and obviously Mercedes for Ferrari was always the rival at that point. So
This is now Lewis Hamilton praying that the checkered flag comes as soon as is humanly possible. The gap between Hamilton and Verstappen going down all the time, 20 seconds at the moment. And down the hanger straight comes Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen.
there it is. Look at that.
But something told me I had to get up. You know, it's not how you fall, it's how you get up. It's always how you get up. And so use all my might to get out the car. And then I know that there's kids like me when I was 8 years old watching, or younger, or, you know, or slightly older. And the steps that I take there are going to hopefully positively impact how they go about the things that they do. And so, yeah, I'm grateful for that moment.
And that just congratulate him. Verstappen was class by Lewis. Was class because at that moment he should to feel so bad inside of him, but he remember he has to congratulate the champion, the world champion that was Max.
And even more, like, I was really surprised of how it was received, but it was genuine.
Wow, and this speech of Lewis is incredible. The way Lewis says is the first compliment Ferrari told me about me is brutal.
I think that's the first compliment I've had from Ferrari in these 13 years.
And Max Verstappen, I think, is alone to him and he's laughing.
I like looking at McLaren and I always check where they are, because that was where I started off. Yep. And I'm always wishing them well, even though they're competitors of mine. There'll be days where they're down, and I feel sad for them, you know, because that's where I first did my simulation run. That's where I drove my car for the first time. So I kind of want them to do well. So I hope they have a better year next year.
I listen to Lewis say very good things about McLaren always. I love that from Lewis, to be proud of his origins and always to have some kind of love for McLaren.
Estoy enamorado y me siento pleno. Doy gracias por la gran mujer que he encontrado en mi vida. Gracias a ella.
That.
Another check that Red Bull have sort of invented with the FIA, where they got a couple of days ago. That's not a regulatory check.
What?
So.
What? I love that. By the way, you are enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, where I'm sharing a lot of secrets, insights about the creation process of my Formula 1 edits and videos, and other kind of videos where you can find more information about Formula 1 editing and music selection, a lot of things, always around Formula 1 and around my work as a Formula 1 content creator. So subscribe to this channel, Daniel Lozano Floss.
But just going through, you can see him in the background, going through Chapel, through Stowe now with Lewis Hamilton. Well, they shouldn't catch him from there, but who knows how this race is going to end. Through the failed chicane, look how difficult.
Vlogging, I remember watching that and saying, what the hell is going on here? Is he gonna win this? It will be Verstappen. I had no idea what a finish.
Difficult it was to stop, but for Lewis Hamilton, the checkered flag will come in the nick of...
Look at the tire, so difficult to ride in these conditions. For me, it's remarkable what he did here.
Oh, I have never seen that. I have never seen a driver instruct a cameraman to remove a tear off.
Yeah, that happened this year in Azerbaijan.
Most experienced cameraman.
That was clever, Lewis here. Even using the cameraman to say, hey, help me with that. That's intelligence.
Money, gotta get some money, never hold your hand. Shoot a nigga in his spine. Niggas snitch the cut time. 21. We the Fox 5 gang, niggas getting wet, snitching on mine. Facts.
2020, the best year of Lewis? Wow, I don't know. Obviously, all these years he won the championship. For me, it's not 2020, because in 2020 he had a much better car than the rest. The 2019 season was very good. People don't remember that. Mercedes was the fastest car in 2019, that's true, but Ferrari was very strong with Leclerc and Vettel. Red Bull was very strong with the new Honda engine with Max Verstappen. And Lewis beat all of them easy. Yeah, and to Valtteri, his teammate also. But yeah, it's difficult to say what was the best year of Lewis Hamilton. I would say 2019 was the best year of Lewis. 2021 was also very good. Maybe between 2019 and 2021 is the best year of Lewis for me.
Incredible with Lewis is how deep he can dig in these difficult moments and the level of performance that he can bring to the table.
Hamilton, against the odds, has come home.
This is in Brazil, 2021. What a race he did.
To win the Sao Paulo Grand we started the fight back in terms of the World Championship chase when we were in Sao Paulo. That fight back has continued here with back-to-back victories for Lewis Hamilton. Comes home to win the Qatar Grand Prix. It's going to give us level pegging in the championship.
The final races of Lewis Hamilton in 2021 when he fought against Max were incredible. At that point I thought Lewis Hamilton would be champion.
Into the first corner as Bottas locks up, almost hits Verstappen and goes off the track and then forces Hamilton wide.
Max doesn't like to yield, does he? He'll use any part of the race.
This battle was... I don't know how to define this battle between Max and Lewis in Saudi Arabia 2021. Crazy.
There's some spare parts needed on that front wing for Lewis Hamilton. Wow, celebrations for the winner. Lewis Hamilton sporting that rainbow helmet, speaking out.
The adrenaline Hamilton had to suffer and to let free after that win against Verstappen. They fought, they crashed, they touched a lot of times and he won. I feel the sensation of Lewis like, I did it, I beat this guy, one race left, let's go for the championship. By the way, all of that you can see in my Formula 1 documentary that I made 2 years ago about this battle, Verstappen versus Hamilton 2021. The name is The Eighth and One. In this video I will tell you how you can watch this documentary, and also you can use the hashtag The Eighth and One on YouTube to discover more videos about this documentary.
Okay, Lewis, looks like headrest is just a little bit loose at the
I remember that.
back. Just see if you can pull it into position on the straight.
I'll tell you what, if that flies out, he'll be obliged to pit.
Well, have I had a technical flag yet?
So we've been instructed we have to pit this lap.
2017 Azerbaijan Grand Prix, the time he was fighting against Vettel. I made a documentary as well. The name is Silver vs Red 2017 Clash of Champions. You can watch it on YouTube on my main channel, and also you can find and discover more videos about this documentary Silver vs Red using the hashtag Silver vs Red F1 on YouTube.
What do you do when you're not racing? Like, what sort of floats your boat when you're not in that mindset of having to sort of control so many things?
Good question.
Well, my dad's a control freak, and naturally I probably am a bit of a control freak. Am I a control freak, Ange? Am I a control freak? I don't know, I work a lot. I'm a workaholic. I like being busy. I like challenging myself every single day with something new. I like to start my day off listing what it is I want to achieve that day. I set myself a lot of targets. Like, for example, I landed here on Monday night. I've always wanted to have piano lessons, so like Tuesday and Wednesday I've been having these piano lessons. It feels
here?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you fit piano lessons in? What does that
You have to try to get the Charles Leclerc level. That is very good.
do for your brain when you're preparing for a race?
Just lets you, just challenges your mind, naturally being able to focus on something different. When I leave the racetrack and when I'm not at the racetrack, I'm not thinking about racing a lot.
Wow.
That's cool. He composed some songs. Now actually he's involved in a project about the Formula 1 film he's making about Formula 1 with Brad Pitt as an actor. I made an edit in 2019 when he was 6 times Formula 1 World Champion, that the name of this edit is The Sixth Dream by Lewis Hamilton. In that video I try to reflect the mentality of Lewis Hamilton.
What I do love is when I do a race. My goal this weekend is to win this race. All the other stuff is all just noise.
One of the things that I love most of Lewis is his mentality. These kind of speeches are very good. If you have a bad day, it's a good idea to find videos of Lewis talking about mentality, about losing and winning, and it will help a lot to you, because it happens to me. I listen to Lewis Hamilton talking about mentality. I'm learning a lot. He has experience as a Formula 1 driver that was on the top and sometimes in the down. One of the things that I enjoy most when I am editing videos about Lewis is to try to find phrases of Lewis talking about mentality. I always try to include it in my edits.
Believe in yourself. And when you can do that, then you can control the uncontrollable.
I love this part of Lewis as a human being. Here you can get access to a playlist on YouTube where I have all the edits I made about Lewis Hamilton all these years. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one very soon. Bye bye.